All right. I've been hearing a lot of comments about this guy who went and paid off the student loans of Morehouse, and I knew it. You know, I talked to some people, and I was like, wait, they're gonna come get him. I don't know. I can't even lie to you. I have no idea what this guy does. Don't know how he got. I know he's. I went and read up on him a little bit. He's like an investor or something, and he's a billionaire. But he went, did the commencement speech, and at the end gave them a gift of like about 400 students, 390 some odd students at Morehouse, paid off all their student debt so that they would be able to enter the world fresh with no debt. And that is a wonderful thing. But I knew somebody was going to come for him. And sure enough, today, I went and saw a couple comments, of people saying, well, don't, don't be fooled by him. He's no hero. He's been like bootlicking and a pawn and so on and so forth. And that may very well all be true. But the thing is, though, he did a good thing. Regardless of whatever and however you feel, this man did a good thing. He did something he didn't have to go and go do. He went and paid off student debt. And if you don't know, Sally Mae is a motherfucker. Sally Mae don't play no games. Sally Mae she's getting more and more powerful to come after these people. They estimated that the gift was, put a dollar amount on it, like $40 million. Wow. Um, and yet these students and a lot of us, we have our stars that we look up to. We have the ones that we admire their talent and we support them, but none of them are doing this. Kanye makes like the ugliest clothes in the world, and he's got like millions. And I don't know one, scholarship that he's paid for. And I'm not saying he hasn't done any, but none of them have done a thing like that on a massive scale. Jay and Beyonce. I just saw Beyonce with her thing that she did for Netflix. She made like $60 million or so. I didn't hear one thing about a scholarship. And I'm not saying these people don't do good things, but to do it that's the way you billionaire. You're gonna be a billionaire. You're gonna do something. That is something that you do. Yeah, you can say, well, he could write it off in taxes, so on and so forth. Maybe so, but he didn't have to go and go do it. Why drag him for what he did do? Celebrate what he did do. You can mention and say what he's not doing or the history or whatever. But first, damn, give the man credit for what he did. $40 million? I ain't got it. Fuck, I'll be up in that motherfucker. If they ask me for $40 million, I'll be up in there smoking Newports looking crazy as hell. I'll be goddamn rubbing my head and everything. All my locks be on the ground or something, because I ain't got no 40 million. I don't know. I congratulate you. I can get you a sachet or put like a flower or something, and I'll come. But I ain't got no $40 million. I don't know, man. I mean, it's just you ain't gotta hate on somebody. Just let him be. Celebrate him for what he did. But it did raise some other questions in my head. Like why does 400 students for one semester, for their period or whatever, their period in school to get a college education, why does that reach $40 million? Why? Like 400 students, $40 million. Why does school cost that much? And then, my second question was, well, shit. How does one person amass enough wealth to be able to pay $40 million for 400 students? You know, like I'm not a communist, but I do find that kind of odd, and everybody is okay with that. We're all okay with that. That one person, a billionaire. So I mean, and that there are hundreds of billionaires. They're not as scarce as you may think. But they can do things like this, and us middle Americans and poor Americans, we're okay with that. But if somebody opens a business or whatever, like now they got the big head. But you got billionaires walking around out here, and as a whole, we're cool with that. And let them just amass more and more money and take away school lunches, take away health care. For what? Just so they can have more money? Raise health care, the medicine that we need, that you need to live. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping a little bit, but I did want to speak on the whole thing from the school. You know, just let him be. I just find it crazy that people would go and down a man for doing the right thing. Anyway, that's about it. I got shit to do.